All right, so this next formation is probably my number 4 formation, which is trips tight end offset weak. It has got some good pass plays, got a good run play, and a good RPO that I run against a lot of people, a lot of users. Most people predict it, but it is an RPO read, which is really good. My plays that I really like is this read Y corner. You can do a couple hot routes to it. I just do 2 hot routes. I don't touch these other ones. Don't mess with those. Actually, this RPO read wide receiver screen is actually solid. Not as good as the bubble. And then we've got inside zone, good run, and then my most used play is verticals, the triangle one. It's pretty good play right there. And then that, and then we've got the read bubble, and then of course slip screen, solid play, nothing crazy. Here are my audibles. I haven't showed these for the other formations, but you can assume with the plays that I have spoken about the most. So inside zone, corner, verticals, bubble. And I just will sometimes audible to these depending on what the defense comes out in. So let's go with the first play, which is read wide corner. You want your trip side to the wide side of the field. Same with the bunch, random play. So right here, what I typically will do, sometimes if I change it, if I do keep that tight end on a corner, I will change it because like I said, it is a good man-beaten route. But typically what I'll do is this and this. So that is just a left to right. And then we've also got a high-low with the post and the angle. And then those on the right side is the flat and the curl. I don't ever typically throw those. 95% of the time, I'm throwing it to the tight end and the running back. And then probably like 70% of the time, it is to the tight end. So this is a good man-beating one. Here we go. Drag, wide open. Really quick. Hot routes, and you can snap really fast. Drag, wide open again. Angle, pass, lay it down. Sometimes you'll get a play where this Texas route will be wide open because everybody will run to the right side of the field. But yeah, that is it for that play. Let's go to a new play. I'll show you this read wide receiver screen. I don't love it though. Yeah, that was a good play, but I'll talk about that on the bubble. So you can use that if you end up liking the bubble. All right. Inside zone, don't need to explain that. Verticals, my favorite play. What I typically do, maybe put the tight end on this corner, but typically return route. And then I may run it like this. My most thrown route for sure is the tight end, or excuse me, the running back in. It's insanely good at getting open. I may run it like this. See, R1 just cooks the linebacker about 99% of the time. So that's one way to do it. Or I'll run, then put him on this. Again, cover 3, which it looks like he might be in. Triangle should be open in the slot for the seam. I'm always looking at my seams and my streaks first very quickly, and then I'll come off of them. So like he is not, is man, he cooks them. Tight end was also open as well. But return route, really good against cover 3, cover 2, boom, wide open. One last way I may change this. I pretty much always have the wide receiver on a comeback unless they are pressed, because if they're pressed, I could probably beat them, is to put this guy on a deep end, up twice on the D-pad, could even go more or less, but it's a high-low, left to right over there. So looks like we've got man-to-man. They got me. But anyways, that is verticals. Try not to stay too long in this formation as I don't play too much on it. Next play. RPO peak slant. Let's try this one actually. So read that man. Same as the wild trio close. Comes up. Yeah, that might actually be a pretty good play. I don't ever run these. I usually run RPO bubbles. But these, I've been cooked by these a lot. So I hand that ball off because he stayed. I need to use these plays. I'd recommend them. They're pretty easy. Just watch the P guy, go from there. But you do have the problem of the user being on the field. Typically, the user will just see the run play. Lastly, RPO read bubble. So this is a really good play right here. As you can see, the guy over him is pretty far off. and you're looking at that P defender way up at the top, if he goes towards where the bubble is going, then you would hand it off, or you would not pass it. But in this situation, he's all the way up there. I'm going to pass this, assuming this, yeah, I'm passing this every time. Hopefully you get good block. I think they nerfed the blocking. I used to get touchdowns on this all the time. So now P guy's right there. So if they're in man, which it looks like they are not, then he will follow me. If not, I go to a read option. That's the great thing in this play is you basically have 3 plays within one. You have a bubble. If the bubble is taken away by that guy, then you read the R defender, which is in the orange, and it's a read option. So it did take me a little bit getting used to, but once you got it down, I've handed it off to the running back very, very rarely, because almost always if you don't throw the bubble, they are crashing down, and you take it for the quarterback, get at least 10 yards. Here we go. He actually goes out, but you can still throw that. I do want to show one where he stays. Let's see if he goes here. Oh, he stayed again. Got to keep doing it. Okay, if they're on a safety, you throw it every time. You can get someone cheats on you, like Warren is an example. He'll put a hard flat on one of these guys, and he has gotten a pick 6 on me. Let's see, goes right there. I even threw it late. Okay, I really would like them to play man. Let's do man. So I can show you this read option, how good it is. But as everybody knows, read options are pretty good anyways. Cover 2 man. Okay. So he will follow that guy. Okay, I don't know what just happened. This is not one of those hard routes where you can't audible the guy. Just try that. That's what happened. Okay, so this is basically a read option at this point, but I will always look to see if there's a pass. He follows him, read option, pull it, hold X to pull it, if you didn't know. And then quarterback should run naked like every single time. Boom, he goes there. Again, I know a normal read option, sometimes you hand it to the running back, but on this play, I never hand it to the running back. The only time this play doesn't work is when somehow they'll get 2 people free and they'll tackle me and the running back at the same time. Just every time. I mean, I'm getting... Oh, you can still throw it, so watch that. But anyways, that should be everything from this formation. Yep, so that's my number 4 formation.